Hey there, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I am a writer and story nerd, and you are watching this on December 31st. It's the last day of 2020. So today I'm talking about digital minimalism. I'm going to quickly take you through my plan for digital minimalism in 2021 in the hopes that you will better understand digital minimalism and could take some ideas and tips for yourself if you are looking to minimize the influence that digital things have in your life. So, what is digital minimalism? Digital minimalism to me is based on the idea that social media and technology are not inherently good or bad, right? They are tools. Just like a hammer is a tool, it's not inherently good or bad. It's a tool that has a specific purpose. If, using a hammer to hit in a nail is perfectly good, perfectly acceptable, awesome. But if you're walking around all day holding the hammer and hitting yourself in the head with it every minute, then it becomes bad. That metaphor does not go well. But basically, social media has a purpose, but there are, of course, disadvantages. How do I do digital minimalism? I'm going to take you through a whole bunch of categories. So every social media, because how I approach every social media is different. And then I'm going to maybe talk a little bit about how you could possibly apply this to your life as well. The first one is Instagram. I do not have Instagram. I will never get Instagram. I had it for a little bit in high school, and even at 17 years old, I really noticed, and of course I was following like other 17-year-olds at that point, but even at 17, I noticed how badly my mood plummeted after I was on it. And so I deleted it, and I've gone back a couple times, or I deactivated it or whatever. And I've gone back a couple times. Most recent was right after I graduated university, and right away I saw a post from a friend, and it created so much fear of missing out and just sadness that I cried, and then I was like, okay, no, never going on Instagram ever again. So I do not use Instagram. That's just a personal choice. I don't get any value out of it. I found that it really negatively affected my life. Twitter. I do not use Twitter. I know that there are some cases where it's helpful for writers to have Twitter, like pitch wars and stuff, and I think if I was going to use it for that purpose, I would get a Twitter account, right? Because that's one specific purpose. I will get Twitter to do pitch wars or to see agents or something like that. I've just never really been interested, so I do not have Twitter. TikTok, also do not have TikTok. I don't have it. Okay, let's get into the ones that I do have. So Facebook. I have Facebook. My rule with Facebook is I don't have any of the apps on my phone. So I don't have the Facebook app on my phone. I don't have the Messenger app on my phone. I can only go on to Facebook on my computer, and I try to only go on to Messenger on my computer. If I need to download Messenger because I need to send a photo or something, I will download it to my phone, and then I'll delete it after I use it, right? But I try to go on with a particular purpose. So I'm going on to Messenger to check, before I go onto it, I try to get the purpose kind of in mind. I'm going on to Messenger to see if XYZ has messaged me back. I'm going on to Messenger to message my friend, or I'm going on to Facebook to do this video on aerial yoga life. I try not to do it mindlessly and just click to it. I'm also always logged out of my Facebook account, so anytime I go to the page, I have to log back in, and sometimes just that extra kind of cognitive step, if I'm doing it mindlessly, I'll see the page where I have to enter my password, and I'll be like, oh right, I'm not supposed to do this, and I'll just leave. Because the harder you make it to access it, the less you will access it, right? So then there's Snapchat. I loved Snapchat for a really long time. I've kind of grown out of favor with it, especially when they introduced their TikTok-like Snapchats, like the favorites, or I don't even know what they're called. But as soon as I saw those, I was like, oh no, scrolling rabbit hole, scrolling spiral here. This is going to be really bad. I do not want to get in to the habit of scrolling through Snapchat. So Snapchat is again one of the ones that I do not keep on my phone. And if I specifically want to share something with someone through that social media, then I will download it, log in, share it, and then delete it from my phone again. So I did a big like digital minimalism cleanse when I graduated university, and I was in Peru and I was not allowed to use social media. So I was not using Messenger, I wasn't using Facebook, I didn't have anything on my phone, I didn't have a laptop. I found it was so nice because I wasn't focused on documenting what I was doing. I was just focused on being present in what I was doing. So I did not take pictures of the sunrise over Machu Picchu. I did not try to take pictures of the giant condors. I didn't take pictures of the waterfall. Like, I only tried to take pictures if myself and my friends were in them, and if I was there watching something, I didn't take pictures of it, I just watched it. And I felt like that was a very, very good step, because I'm a terrible photographer, right? Like, I'm gonna get really crappy pictures of the giant condors, and then I'm gonna have spent the entire time like stressing out trying to get pictures of the giant condors that are so much worse than the ones that I could just get if I Googled. What other social medias are there? Pinterest. Pinterest is the other one that I have, and again, I don't have it on my phone. I sometimes will create boards for my stories when I am trying to procrastinate actually writing the stories, and then I don't look at them ever again, and I occasionally go to Pinterest to get a recipe, right? So those are purposes. YouTube is the bad one, because YouTube is both purpose-based and entertainment, and it's definitely the one that I'm like least controlled over. All the other social medias, I told you, like, it's not on my phone, I do XYZ. The YouTube app is not on my phone, but I go to YouTube a lot. And my phone double counts it. It will count me for 30 minutes on Safari and 30 minutes of YouTube. So if I'm on YouTube for 30 minutes, it counts it as an hour. And Apple, there's a problem, by the way, if you're watching Apple. Yeah, so that one is one that is not very regimented, but I'm kind of accepting of that, especially because I love to make YouTube videos and I like to watch the videos of the people in my community. I feel like if I'm actually watching it and paying attention and getting joy from it and enjoyment, it's good. If I'm not, it's bad. If it's just not mindful, if it's just mindlessly scrolling or mindlessly, yeah, someone's talking in the background, that's not good. That's kind of a waste of time. But if there's a video that's really cool and I'm really into it, then I watch it. So that's kind of my attitude with YouTube. I'm definitely on there the most of anything. So digital minimalism is about overall digital minimalism. So in the book, you will hear stories about people who've ditched their smartphones, who don't watch TV, all of those things. I enjoy putting my phone away as much as possible. I can't tell you how wonderful it is and what a privilege it is to be able to turn your phone off, to not be accessible, to not have to answer anyone, to not have this stupid thing buzzing and interrupting you and driving you insane. If I could not have my phone with me, I would do that. So that's how I approach digital minimalism. The book is great. I can't recommend the book highly enough, but if I can give you some quick tips for bringing this into your own life. So with that, the concept of purposes in mind, evaluate whether or not you need different kinds of social media. You should theoretically be able to X out a few of them that don't actually have a purpose for you and aren't really bringing you any value other than kind of a time suck. Or maybe you find value in all of them, you just have to limit the time that you're on them. So really evaluate thing by thing that you have, thing by digital thing, and think about how much time you spend on it, what you use it for, if you're getting enjoyment out of it, and how you can curate and create habits around that, each one of those things, to reap the benefits while minimizing the disadvantages of losing your focus and losing time and stuff like that. If you're trying to reduce use of social media, delete the app off your phone. It is not enough to just turn off notifications. Delete the entire app. Stay logged out of everything on your computer. And before you go on to one, have a purpose. So if I am going onto Facebook, it's because I am doing this aerial yoga video. If I am going onto Instagram, it's because I want to check out this XYZ account. Again, it's all about ensuring that you are owning the social media. You are using the social media. You are using the digital tools. They're not using you. I hope this video was helpful. I will be back to doing writing videos next week. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.